Using a journal doesn't have to feel overwhelming or like a huge commitment. With the endless amount of information online, it can feel confusing about what actually works and where to even start. So in this video, I will show you a simple system to start journaling that genuinely can impact your life in a positive way. Now, there are millions of ways that you can journal, and there is no right method for it. That is why I'm showing you today a system that I'm gonna build up like a menu that you can choose from whatever you want. So we have supplements, main courses, desserts, and eating out that you can choose from and create together your menu that fits perfect for your life and for your needs. And just like with food, there are so many options and everyone has their own favorite food. You simply have to try out and feel what's right for you. Now, first up on our menu to choose from is supplements. Supplement is something that you take daily, so also the journaling session around the supplement is about doing it daily. The thought behind this first thing is to kind of gather your thoughts around the day, reflect on the day, and just understand yourself better over time because you keep connecting with yourself every single day. Now, the same for supplements. You can choose how many supplements you want to take, and I'm gonna say here that each pill or supplement, whatever, is just one question, and then you can put together their favorite supplements and questions that you want to answer every single day and like journal about it. So they're like different journal prompts. But we also know from supplements that the more is not per se the better. So think about which one you want to prioritize or like try out to find which one fits for you over time. I think one or more supplements should at least be these questions that you can answer. The thought behind that is to kind of reflect onto the day and just kind of brain dump what comes to your mind about the day or just in general. And then we can definitely also add some special supplements that will be, for example, questions like these. They go a little bit more into details of something specific that is maybe important for you. The point of this is to create like 3 prompts that you use every day to just write about it. It doesn't have to be long, it can be as detailed as you want, just so you keep connecting with yourself. And I recommend doing that in the evening before you go to sleep. Take the time to write down your thoughts, and it's also like you feel so much more ready to go to sleep because you don't feel like so many stuff is going on in your mind. That much for the supplements. Now let's come to our main course. Now this is the main course because I would say it's like the most important journaling that you can do, and we're gonna do that weekly. The goal of this journaling is similar to the daily one but more in depth. So you also want to reflect, you want to understand your feeling, and plus you want to have like keep track on your goals, see how it is going there. Now, questions that you could ask yourself weekly are, for example, these are the ones I use, and just some other ones that I found and I think could really match. If you want some questions that are a little more intermediate because you feel like the other ones don't give you the much depth that you want while journaling, you could ask journaling prompts like these to really go into your feeling and understanding yourself. By the main course, it's the same rule as by the supplement. It's not the more the better. I would like focus on 3 to 5 questions and then truly take time to answer these, go like deeply into them and not have like 10 questions and just quickly strike all of them. Now, I think it can really help you to set yourself like a weekday where you do this journaling so you don't forget it and it's all the same. It's like a habit that you build up. I, for example, always do it in my Sunday reset routine. So on Sunday I sit down and can also kind of like reflect on the week, you know. So that really helps me to always have it at the same time so I do not forget about it. Now we're gonna go a little more to the sweet treats, which are the dessert. Dessert is all about manifestation and visualizing, which can definitely not be missed out while journaling because it's so powerful. Manifesting and visualizing in your journal is something that I would start with weekly, but you can also kind of implement it daily maybe over time, but I would definitely say like rule weekly. Why we want to manifest and visualize in journal is to actually do it, like actually visualize in journal. And it's also to understand yourself and your goals better and to understand your limiting beliefs better. Now, there are 3 things that kind of fall into the category of manifesting and visualization. That is law of attraction, shadow work, and scripting. By law of attraction, you start off with writing down all of the things that you're grateful for right now so you can higher up your frequency, so it's easier to manifest things into your life. As soon as you've done that, you can manifest, you can write down your manifest sentences, you can write down your life as if it will be in 5-10 years and whenever you have what you want. And it's important to write that in the present tense because we're gonna manifest that, meaning we're gonna pretend we already have that, so we keep rising our frequency. Now scripting is similar, but it goes more into detail of how you want your life to be in the future. So you choose a specific date and you write down a day or something in the life as if you were to live your dream life in the future, and you write down very detailed and also in the present tense what you're doing, how you're spending your day, how you're feeling, the people that surround you. And with that, it's the same, you also higher up your frequency, so you start attracting the things into your life. And then lastly, there's shadow work, which is a very intense experience if you have never done it, and it's maybe not something for beginners, but you can definitely try it. Shadow work means that you kind of shine light onto these dark parts of you, so the shadow parts that you maybe don't accept or they're not really proud about that you have. It's a lot about finding out who you are, which parts of you don't really want to accept now, and then changing that to fully accept you for who you are. Now there are so many ways you can manifest, which a lot of different prompts, and I recommend to search online, maybe on Pinterest or so, for prompts for maybe something specific that you want to work on, that you know that you can't really accept about yourself, and then use these prompts and try out which ones work and which one not for you. Now I do this dessert from Manifesting and Visualization also once a week, and I put this also into my Sunday reset routine, so I have this kind of together. Now the last one that we're covering is eating out, which is something a little more special. You do it once a month, and this is all about rewiring your brain. Now here the goal is to realize how your thoughts affect your daily life, to find out and be aware of your unconscious thoughts and sort any ideas that you have in your life. Now journaling prompts that you can use for this writing sessions are, for example, these here. And if you feel ready to go even more in depth, because these are already very, very personal and you maybe don't even understand yourself enough to answer these, but that is why we're doing the daily, weekly stuff to build up the connection between you and your thoughts more, to understand yourself. But if you feel like you want to go even more into depth, then you can ask yourself these questions which have a little bit more of spice. And with that, we have covered everything from the menu, which you now can think about how you want to put together your own menu and try to implement it into your life. But we're still going to cover some tips and tricks, so it will be easier for you to start or continue on your journaling journey. And the first one is to always write down the date of when you do an entry, so you can look back on it and also connect it with the things that were up in your life at that point. I think the most powerful way to journal is still in real life. Even I hated my hand cramps after 2 minutes, but it just feels so much more connecting with yourself than online. I can recommend as a journal in real life the Leuchtturm 1917, which is a very popular brand. I can put it here, and they make a really good journal. I also have some from them. Now if you're traveling and you don't want to take a journal, or if you just want to rather do it online, there the app Stoic, which I use, which I really like because it's very easy and minimalistic. And I also heard a lot good about the app One, which you definitely can also try out. Then I think something that in the beginning is hard, but you have to really understand and live that while you write your journal, is that you don't have to perform while writing. You don't have to write for someone else to ever read it. The journal prompts are just here for you to see, to reflect on you, and it's important that you don't put a filter on it just because you think someone is going to read it because you're not happy with where you are. It's important that you really write down as raw as possible whatever journaling prompt you are writing about. Then I also love the thought that you should not only use your journal to write, but also to express your feelings or whatever in like a creative way. So use like stickers, colors, prints, infographics, also to make it look cooler. And sometimes it's hard to express your thoughts in words, so maybe try to kind of creatively show what you're thinking. Then every time before I start journaling, I quickly sit down and like breathe in, breathe out, and connect with myself so I can truly get the best out of the journaling session. Because if I'm in a rush and I instantly start writing, I sometimes feel like I get a little the wrong starting point, and it helps me to just quickly, relax, calm down, and connect with myself before I start. This can literally be like 30 seconds, and it just feels so much better than to start writing. And the last tip is to read through old journaling entries that you did to try to understand how things are connected to different things, and mostly also to see how much you have grown since you wrote that entry. As a last thought that I want to share with you is that nowadays it's so easy to spend zero time with yourself, and it's so easy to not even know yourself, like basic things about what you want, how you feel. And journaling is such a powerful way to bring that back into your life, and understanding yourself is one of the most beautiful things that you can ever do, and I recommend it to everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and see you the next time. Bye bye.